Hi everyone, my name's Anne-Marie. Welcome to this card making project. In this project we're going to make a gorgeous card using mostly the Charlotte collection from Anna Griffin, a few other bits and pieces along the way. Everything I do use you'll be able to find below the video either on YouTube or on my blog, and all the details will be there. The first thing we've got is our base card. It's an ivory card and it's 7 by 5 inches in size. And it's my favourite size, so it's just smaller than the A5 and bigger than the A6, so that gives you an idea of how it looks on our cardometer. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a good score along the edge using my bone folder. And for any new viewers, this means it's got a professional finish, nice sharp crease. It'll stand up nicely on your windowsill or your mantelpiece. So, as always, we're going to start with the inside. The first thing that I've got is a piece of ivory paper stroke cardstock. It's roughly 160 to 180 GSM, so it's a little bit heavier than a text weight paper. And I've stamped it using one of the Say It Anyway stamps, and it says, "You mean the world to me, thank you for being my friend." This will tie in nicely to the outside. So I've also used one of the ink pads from the Summer Fall collection from Anna, and it was the paler blue of the two. I'm sorry, I don't know the ink pad's name, but there was two blues in that collection, and this one is the paler one. It's kind of like an aqua to a blue. So I've got double-sided tape on it, and I am simply placing it in the centre of our card, like so. Next, what I've done is I've taken two die cuts from the Fretwork collection. I've used one of the dies and I've die cut one of the patterned papers from the Charlotte collection, and then I've die cut a peach cardstock from the Perfect Palette collection. And I'm simply going to glue these as in a shadowed effect to each other before I place them on my card. So I'm just adding a tiny bit of glue in random areas just so they take hold, and I'm going to place one on top of the other like that, and you can just see the peach peeping out from the top, or should I say behind, the patterned paper. Then I'm going to add a little bit more glue on the back. I could have used my Xyron for this, but I thought you'll be sat there watching me peel round it and making sure I've broken the seal for a little bit too long, so I thought it'd be quicker for me to go back to my glossy accents. Now I'm going to position these just above the text in the card. Obviously at home you'll be able to take a little bit more time with the glue, and that for me is perfect. And then I've just got a strip of the pattern card and some double-sided tape on the back, and I'm simply going to place that along the top of our card. Just had a little bit of tape hanging over, and it's just going to catch the die cuts slightly. There we go. And I'm going to trim the excess away. So we'll do that by turning it over, and then I can just trim like that, and again there we go. So that is the inside of our card finished. Very simple, very different, and it'll match to the outside. So now we're going to turn to the outside. I'm just going to give it another score, as I always do. And the first thing that I've got is a piece of cardstock from the Charlotte collection. I've got double-sided tape on the back, and I'm going to use this as a base layer for the card. And I've wrote on so I know which is the top and which is the bottom. For the simple reason this could be scrap card, because you don't need it the full size of the card. You need to just make sure that it sits to the bottom, and it covers at least halfway, because for the top we're going to do something a little bit different. What I've done is I've taken one of the Beautiful Trimmings embossing folders and dies, and I've embossed it onto peach cardstock, as you can see the embossing, and I've got double-sided tape on the back of it. Then, before I put that on, I've actually made some box pleating from the Charlotte collection. I've picked out the gorgeous peacock colour and gold squared paper. Now, to make the box pleating, I used one of the Paper Trick embossing folders, and I simply ran it through the machine in the embossing folder. And then, I know we've done box pleating before, you simply fold in, following the scores on the actual embossed paper once it's been through the machine, and it's under and over. All the scores are there for you. All you have to do is make the folds. So I did a full sheet like that, and then added tape on it. So I've got this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the card to one side for the moment, and I'm just going to turn over my embossed panel, because we're going to stick our pleating to it, so that it will then go onto our card. So I'm hoping, I'm going to do it the other way actually. We'll do it that way, because I don't want the tape to show, and I want the pleating just poking out from under our embossing like that. There we go. So take your time at home, because it's a little bit of a, I won't say it's fiddly, but you want to make sure that you get it straight, or as straight as you can, like me. Don't be like me. Don't do as I do, do as I say. I think it's like that, isn't it? So I've got double-sided tape on the back of everything, and just need to peel it all away, so bear with me, as she says. And I've got extra tape on the embossing. Now, different machines, when you emboss the Beautiful Trimmings, sometimes can be a bit hard on your card. But what I've found is I take it through on the second base plate on my Big Shot. And then that way, if it's a little bit hard between the seams, I just add a little bit of extra tape on the back. So what we're going to do is we're going to attach this to the top of our card, and that's why we didn't need the base card to go right to the top, because it's going to be covered. So now we've got our pleating on and the top, and we can trim away the excess. So we'll do this by turning it over, and I'm just going to literally trim along the edge of the card at the top to take away the beautiful trimming excess as well. And I'm going to turn it round and do exactly the same on the other side. So just bear with me. There we go. So that, so far so good. Now it's looking pretty already, but we just need to add a little bit of extra. So what I've got is a panel of the card from the Charlotte collection that we've used on the base, and I'm simply going to add this across the top of the card in the section just above the embossing, like that, and trim the excess. There we go, she says. And then next I've got two stickers from Anna's glitter sticker collection, and one is the pink and one is the turquoise. I'm going to take off the back of them, and then we're going to stick them together in the same form that we did for the inside, as in a shadow effect like that. So you can just see the pink peeping out from behind the turquoise. And then I'm going to peel away the back of the pink sticker like so. There we go, just catch the edge. I'm making it look a lot harder than it normally is. There we go. And did you see the flick with the rubbish? I don't normally do that. So we're going to attach those two to the top of the card like that, in the centre. So we've got the shadow. We'll just see if we can position that a bit better. There we go. So we're seeing the shadow of the pink through the turquoise. And to finish the card, I've got one of the sentiments, again from the Charlotte collection, and I've put double-sided 3D foam on the back of this, and I'm just going to attach that over the top of the stickers. And that is our card finished. And I think if I can just tweak that, there we go, and they can stick there, and we tweak that there. That is our card, and it's gorgeous. And the inside matches to the outside with the fretwork, all toned in nicely. It'll go in an envelope, it's not too bulky. Your box pleating will go down as when you press on it, so it will sit flat, but it looks like it's stood up when you take it out because it'll spring back. I haven't put 3D foam underneath it, so be able to keep your postage costs down. The only 3D foam you've got is under your main sentiment, because I'm very aware of postage costs and what you've said on blogs and things like that, and I know in different places around the world it can get quite pricey. So that is our card finished, and I hope it's given you an idea of what to do with your box pleating and marrying your different papers up and using your different paper tricks. I hope you've enjoyed this. Please comment, please give me a like, feel free to share, and I just want to say thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.